In our original idea for this gathering, we hoped to have a topic every week. We talked about topics like anger and challenging people. Someone suggested at our first gathering in person that we talk about higher powers. Another point was brought out that if we're going to talk about a challenging topic, let's talk about a positive topic too. And so I decided that for tonight, I wanted to make the topic a traditional meditation, which is called the loving kindness meditation. And we will go through that. I will guide you through that in a few minutes, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the gist of what that means. We live in a really challenging time right now. And if you haven't experienced it, if you allow yourself to worry too much, you pull yourself down. The two emotions I want to talk about tonight through the loving kindness meditation is the two emotions that we really have. Only two. It's that simple. And this is a point of view, not challenging you to argue with me. You may have a different perspective, but I like this one because it's really basic for me. We have love and we have fear. Now you might say, well, I've got a lot of anger too. Underneath your anger is often fear that people will find out what you really are, or people are going to take your stuff, or people don't think you're important. Well, I get very frustrated with people. Often under our frustration, there's a fear that we're not being valued, or that we're not able to have our way. That jumps up for me a lot. That person's so controlling. Oh, probably because I wanted to be in control. So for this exercise and in these trying times, I think it's really valuable for us to sit down and say, what emotion are you experiencing today? And it could well be fear, because there's a lot that we could be frightened of. But I know I was particularly struck, and I intended to have her quote in front of me, but I don't want to fumble right now. The woman who is the doctor that speaks with the Ohio governor every day, Acton, I think is her name. She put out a quote today that was something to the effect of, this is not a time, this social isolation is not a time to pull us apart. This challenge and this virus is not intended to drive us apart and drive us within. It is intended to pull us together. It is intended to help us start believing that what we can do and how we can help others and how others' well-being is important to us. It is not a time to be fearful. It is a time to find our love. And that's why I thought that this meditation might be helpful tonight, because it's a great exercise in that. So I'm simply checking my clock so I know where I'm at. All right. In meditation, I encourage you to find a comfortable seat. Traditionally, we sit cross-legged with our backs straight, without a back support. This isn't tradition. So sit yourself in a comfy chair or sit yourself on the floor, and if you must lie down, if you must lean back against something, you do that. I want you to be able to rest. And as you settle into that comfortable position, ask you to consider closing your eyes. If you can't comfortably close your eyes, don't watch me. I'm just a distraction. Choose a point on the floor, gaze softly at it, a point on your desk, a point on the wall. And take a deep breath in, breathing in, pausing and letting that air flow back out. Breathing in and out at your normal rate, but breathing just a little bit deeper than you might normally. Breathing is your body's first cue that it's time to calm down, that you might settle down, that you might relax. Breathing in and breathing out, allowing ribs to rise and belly to expand, pausing between the inhale and the exhale just so you can prepare yourself for how good it feels to breathe out. With every breath in, you are breathing in positive, life-giving energy. And with every breath out, you have the opportunity to let go of what you don't need. So breathe in the positive, life-giving oxygen. And when you exhale, let go of something that you don't need today. A bit of worry, a bit of stress. Breathing in and breathing out. When I say we're breathing in energy, we are breathing in life force energy. Breathing in oxygen, which fuels every cell in your body. When you breathe out, you're letting go of waste products through your respiratory system. But energetically, you're also breathing in chi, which is life force energy. So the oxygen fills our lungs and the energy fills our body. And as you breathe in and out, try to keep your mind in this moment. This time of peace you get to spend with me, and I get to spend with you. Breathing in and out. And when your mind wanders, as it surely will, gently call it back to the feeling of the breath. Call it back to the heaviness you feel of your body against the seat beneath you. Call it back to your physical self. And as you see your mind wander, when it wanders again, meditation calls us to take the role of the observer, or the reporter, simply noticing that your mind is wandering. Take note of where it wandered to, without diving emotionally into whatever it's worrying about. Pull it gently back to this moment and focus on the breath. Meditation calls us to keep our attention in this moment because, my friends, this is the only moment you have to live in. This is the only moment you have to learn, to calm yourself. This is the only moment you have to change, to grow, to love, to learn, to teach, to have fun. This is the moment. These are the moments of our lives. And in trying times, we tend to spend too much time, often in the future, worrying. Worrying is making up a story with a bad ending. It's making things up. Don't waste your present moment making up sad stories. Pull your attention back into the now and remind yourself that right now, we are okay. I am okay. You are okay. The two basic tools we're working with right now is breathing, which calms you down in time. And we're working with being in this moment. Now, when I say in this moment we are okay, I mean we are breathing, functioning. We are sheltered. We are protected. Hopefully we are fed. Now that we're on social isolation, you may be dressed, maybe not. Doesn't matter to me. I hope you're fed, and I know you are loved. So in this moment, you may have worries. Let them go. Because in this moment, the moment we're sharing together, we're okay. Most every moment of your life, you are okay. You want to worry about what might be, but remind yourself, I'm just imagining an unhappy ending, and pull your energy back into this moment. When you call your attention back to the breath, hopefully that feels soothing to you. And if it does not, then call your attention back to another physical sensation in your body. The weight of your body on your seat. Imagine the chair that you're sitting in is connected to the floor of the building. And that foundation of that building goes deep into the soil. Reach down there with your imagination. The source of growth, shelter, resources, Mother Earth. Connect yourself with this massive planet that is below you. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Practicing for a few minutes. Just practicing keeping your mind in this moment. By savoring the physical sensations of breath or resting in this seated posture. Reminding yourself that in this moment you are okay. It will be a challenge to keep your mind in this moment. Meditation is a practice, a practice, a practice. You must practice making yourself feel good. That's something. It's a very pleasant habit in time. And now that we've sat still for a few minutes, just allow your mind to scan through your body, noting if you are uncomfortable anywhere. If your shoulders feel tight, allow yourself to roll them a little bit. If your neck feels stiff or too tense, roll it gently. If you realize your hands are clasped tightly in your lap, release them. Let them lie loosely in your lap. And I want your attention back on your body. I mentioned with every breath, breathing in chi. You're breathing in energy. Allow that energy to flow through your body, inhabiting every bit of your body. We are amazing creatures. Turning your attention for a moment to your feet. So far from your mind, that mind where we dwell so often. Turn your attention to your feet and realize that this chi that flows through your body flows all the way down to your feet. Blood flow through the vessels of your feet, nervous energy flowing through, sensing cold and heat. Chi flowing down through the energy meridians into the feet. So far from your mind, but definitely a strong part of you. We want to turn your awareness from your brain to your body for a few minutes and just pay attention to this body. aside from your personal like or dislike of your body, I'd like us to embrace its wonder. Feet, ankles, calves, thighs, all filled with life and strength. Turning attention into your hips and just inhabiting this body you live in with no judgment. Strength, strong muscles, sturdy bones. Bringing your attention up through your torso and all your internal organs functioning beautifully right now. And with each breath, you're bringing in more chi to fuel all of that you are physically. Breathing in and breathing out and visualizing all of the power and energy that's flowing through your body right now. You, my friends, are okay. You're amazing. You're magnificent creations. You are strong and you are thriving. Care for yourselves well so that this may continue. And I ask you now, in the tradition of loving kindness, to call to mind someone who loves you. This may not be your partner, but I'm thinking of that person who always was there for you. This could be a parent, a grandparent, could be a teacher from school. Call to mind that person who loved you. You knew, regardless, that they loved who you were, just for who you are. And if you don't have that person that you can call to mind, then I urge you to call to mind a figure from history or from our world today who you know is an example of loving kindness. The Dalai Lama, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Jesus. And if you're drawing a blank, imagine that perfect grandma, grandpa, Santa Claus character and bask in that love for a minute. That love is the same as chi. It fills you. Allow that loving kindness to wash over you. And now turn the role about and you send that loving kindness to that person. I understand you may not know them and they may not be alive on this plane, but send that love back to them. Their spirit is always with you, and your love will always reach them. And this is the simplest exercise in loving kindness. Now, call to mind someone who you kind of know, maybe somebody you've met at work, or somebody who rang up your purchase at the store the last time you were at the store. Just somebody you don't feel positive or negative about. And I encourage you to visualize that person and send them this same love. Why would you do that? Because we all deserve this love. Wish for their life to be full and happy. Wish for them to be well and safe. Wish for them to know that they are okay that they have value, that they are loved. And know as you do this, your own capacity to love is not diminished at all. If anything, it's elevated. And now, call to mind a person you're not terribly fond of at all. Now, don't pick your hardest person. This is our new exercise. Pick somebody who just gets under your skin, who always bugs you. And hold the image of them in your mind's eye, and you send them this same love. Do they deserve it? Yes. All beings, all beings, all beings deserve love. Yeah, but they won't love me back. Doesn't matter. Send them love. And with every breath in, know you are refilling your reserves to love more. Now, in trying times, I urge you to call to attention a situation that you know does need love, a situation that might trouble you. It might be this pandemic situation we're all dealing with, maybe something else on your mind. Hold that image in front of you and send it your love. And as you beam out that love, bear in mind that you too are involved in a very challenging situation, and surround yourself with that same love, this same compassion. Wishes for health and peace, shelter, vitality, love, comfort, care. Breathing in and breathing out. And now return your attention to just yourself, whoever is in the room with you. Reach one hand, your right hand to your left upper arm, your other hand to your other upper arm. Give yourself a little squeeze. Give yourself a little pat. And tell yourself, I'm okay. And I have great capacity to love this world. Now let your arms fall, and if your eyes were closed, gently flutter them back open. When we occupy our minds in a productive way, sending love, embracing ourselves in love, loving those who love us back, and even loving those who never will love us back, we create an energy around ourselves that is pure and strong and healthy. You have just boosted your immune system. But all this imagined love is not just make-believe. This energy, through quantum physics, has now been measured. So you are really sending out real, positive help to yourself and to others. Worry is a made-up story with a bad ending. Pull your energy in through the deep breath and send it out. Make up a story with a good ending. Visualize the best. That's about all I have for you. If we were all together, we would have some time for talk and discussion, but right now we don't. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for your time. We will be here every Tuesday night at 6:30 until we are allowed to meet together again. If you have a question for me, put it in comments because I can't read what's on the phone right now. If you have suggestions as to how we can improve this get together, let me know. I thank you so much for your time and attention. I wish nothing but the best for you. I am very hopeful that we will come through this stronger, more loving, and more compassionate. And that is something the world has needed for a very long time. So take good care. Thanks for joining me, and have a really lovely evening.